From the ashes of despair, the human spirit often rises like a phoenix, brighter and stronger. This isn't just a poetic statement, it's a testament to the resilience and strength that we as humans possess. Over the course of the last century, there have been countless examples of this resilience, this strength, this ability to rise again from the rubble of adversity. In this video, we're going to share with you 5 tales that will, without a doubt, leave you in awe of the human spirit. These are not just stories of survival, but of extraordinary courage, of defiance against the odds, of an indomitable will that refuses to be quashed. But what is resilience, you may ask? It is the capacity to recover quickly from difficulties, to bounce back from adversity, to adapt in the face of trauma, tragedy, or significant stress. It's about being knocked down by life, but more importantly, it's about getting back up and moving forward. Why are these tales important? They are not just stories, but lessons. They teach us that no matter how bleak the situation may seem, there is always hope. They remind us of our own potential for resilience. They show us that we too can overcome the trials and tribulations that life throws our way. From the shores of Dunkirk to the war-torn skies of World War II, from the dark depths of a Chilean mine to the brave defiance of a young girl, and finally a general discourse on the power of resilience itself. These tales span continents, span decades, but they all share one common thread: the extraordinary resilience and strength of the human spirit. So buckle up as we take a journey through time and marvel at the indomitable human spirit. Our first tale takes us back to the dark days of World War II, to a place called Dunkirk. In the year of 1940, the German forces had pushed the British and French armies to the beaches of Dunkirk, cornering more than 300,000 men. This dire predicament had the potential to be a catastrophic blow to the Allies, but what unfolded next was nothing short of a miracle. The British government initiated Operation Dynamo, a daring plan to evacuate the stranded soldiers. The task was monumental, and the odds were heavily stacked against them. The shallow waters of Dunkirk's beaches made it impossible for large Navy ships to get close, and the skies were dominated by the German Luftwaffe. The situation seemed hopeless, and yet hope prevailed. From every corner of Britain, hundreds of civilian vessels set sail across the English Channel. Fishing boats, pleasure yachts, lifeboats and ferries, all manned by ordinary people, answered the call to rescue their stranded countrymen. They braved the treacherous waters and the looming threat of enemy aircraft, demonstrating a courage and resilience that was truly remarkable. On the beaches of Dunkirk, the trapped soldiers showed equal fortitude. Despite the constant bombardment and the ever-present threat of capture, they kept their discipline and waited patiently for their turn to be rescued. Their courage in the face of adversity was a shining testament to the human spirit. Over the course of 9 days, this armada of civilian vessels, aided by the Navy and Air Force, managed to evacuate more than 300,000 soldiers. This event, now known as the Miracle of Dunkirk, stands as a beacon of human resilience and bravery in the face of overwhelming odds. The miracle at Dunkirk was not just a military operation, it was a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity, to our capacity for courage and unity when faced with the greatest of challenges. Against all odds, the human spirit triumphed, turning a potential disaster into a symbol of hope and resilience. From the battlefields of Europe, we move across the world to the Pacific Theatre to meet an extraordinary man named Zamperini. Our tale begins in the sunny climes of California, where a young Zamperini discovered his talent for running. His speed was such that it swept him all the way to the 1936 Berlin Olympics, where he was the youngest American qualifier. But his story of resilience truly begins not on the track, but in the churning waters of the Pacific Ocean during the Second World War. In May 1943, Zamperini's bomber crashed into the ocean. Of the crew, only 3 survived, including Zamperini. With limited supplies and a small life raft, they were adrift in the vast Pacific. The days turned into weeks as they battled hunger, thirst, and the scorching sun. Sharks circled their raft and enemy aircraft shot at them, yet Zamperini's spirit remained unbroken. On the 47th day, the unimaginable happened. they sighted land. But this was no rescue. They had drifted into enemy waters and were captured by the Japanese. The ordeal of survival at sea was replaced by the horrors of a prisoner of war camp. In the camps, Zamperini was singled out for his Olympic fame, becoming a target for a particularly ruthless prison guard known as the Bird. He was subjected to brutal physical and mental abuse. Yet, amid the cruelty, Zamperini found a way to resist. He refused to let his spirit be broken. He withstood the torture, held on to his humanity, and kept the flame of hope alive. Zamperini's story isn't just about survival, but resilience. He survived 47 days at sea and 2 years in a prisoner of war camp. But the battle didn't end with his release. He struggled with post-traumatic stress, alcoholism, and flashbacks. But Zamperini, the resilient spirit that he was, decided to turn his life around. He found peace in forgiveness, even traveling to Japan to forgive his tormentors in person. Zamperini's life is an extraordinary tale of survival, resilience, and redemption. His story is a testament to the power of the human spirit, to our capacity not only to endure, but to rise above. He faced unimaginable conditions, but he never gave up. He was beaten, but he never broke. His story is a reminder that resilience isn't about never falling. It's about getting back up time and again. It's about holding on to hope when all seems lost. It's about finding the strength to forgive, to move forward, to live. Zamperini once said, "The great lesson of my life is to never give up." And indeed, he never did. Through the darkest of times, he held on to his unyielding spirit. He faced adversity with courage and emerged not as a victim, but a victor. Zamperini's story is a testament to the power of resilience and the unbreakable human spirit. Leaving the war behind, we now delve into the depths of the earth to a copper mine in Chile. In the year 2010, 33 brave miners found themselves trapped in the belly of the earth. A cave-in at the San Jose copper gold mine, over half a mile beneath the surface, had left these men isolated from the world above. Their predicament was dire, with only enough food and water to last for a few days. Yet these men were not ordinary miners. They were a band of brothers, united by their common struggle. They rationed their meager supplies, consuming just 2 spoonfuls of tuna, a sip of milk, and a bite of peach every 48 hours. Their unity was their strength, their hope, their lifeline. Above ground, the Chilean government, mining experts, and NASA engineers banded together in an unprecedented international effort. The task was formidable, for never before had such a deep rescue been attempted. But the spirit of human innovation and determination knew no bounds. Meanwhile, in the lightless depths, the miners were holding on. They organized themselves, assigning roles and maintaining discipline. They created a makeshift chapel, praying together for deliverance. Their hope was unwavering, their faith unshaken. After 17 long, harrowing days, a drill finally reached the miners. A note tied to the drill bit bore the joyous message, "Estamos bien en el refugio, lost 33 inches. We are well in the shelter, the 33 of us." The world exhaled a collective sigh of relief. The next step was to keep the miners healthy and sane while the rescue tunnel was being drilled. Through a narrow borehole, rescuers sent down food, water, letters from loved ones, and even a projector to screen football matches. These lifelines from the surface world kept the miners' spirits high. Finally, after 69 grueling days underground, the miners were hoisted to safety one by one in a specially designed capsule. The world watched in awe as the first miner emerged from the darkness into the embrace of his loved ones. One by one, the rest followed, their faces etched with relief and gratitude. They had survived the unthinkable, emerging not just as miners, but as national heroes. Their ordeal was over, but their story had just begun. The 33 inches became a symbol of hope and resilience worldwide. They showed us that unity can conquer adversity, that hope can thrive in despair, and that the human spirit is capable of enduring the harshest of conditions. The miner's ordeal reminds us that even in the darkest depths, the human spirit can find a way to survive and thrive. Their story is a testament to human resilience, to the power of hope, and to the indomitable spirit that lies within us all. It is a stark reminder that when we stand together, we can overcome even the most formidable challenges. The miner's ordeal reminds us that even in the darkest depths, the human spirit can find a way to survive and thrive. From the depths of the earth, we now turn our gaze to the towering peaks of Pakistan, where a young girl named Malala dared to dream. Before we continue, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Now, let's resume our journey in the beautiful yet tumultuous Swat Valley, where a courageous young girl named Malala Yousafzai embarked on a brave journey, a journey that would inspire millions worldwide. At a time when the Taliban had seized control and banned girls from attending school, Malala chose not to remain silent. She found her voice, standing up for the rights of girls to receive education, challenging the oppressive forces that sought to silence them. An ordinary girl with an extraordinary spirit, Malala's courage was met with unimaginable violence. In October of 2012, a Taliban gunman shot her in the head while she was returning home school. But this was not the end, rather a new beginning. Malala's resilience shone through. She fought, she survived, and she emerged stronger. After an intensive recovery period, she returned to the world stage, not as a victim, but as an emblem of defiance, an advocate for girls' education. She took her campaign to the global stage, undeterred by the threats and violence she had faced. In 2014, at the tender age of 17, Malala became the youngest ever recipient of the Nobel Peace Prize, a recognition of her relentless struggle for education and her indomitable courage in the face of adversity. Malala Yousafzai, the girl who stood up, continues to fight. Her voice, once suppressed, now echoes around the world, a beacon of hope for millions of girls who dream of an education, of a better future. Her story is a testament to the power of resilience, of the strength that can be found within us, even in the face of unimaginable odds. Malala's story is a powerful reminder that even the youngest among us can demonstrate extraordinary resilience and strength. From the battlefields of World War II to the depths of a Chilean mine, and from the open ocean to the mountains of Pakistan, we have seen the power of the human spirit. Our journey started at the brink of disaster with the miracle at Dunkirk. Against all odds, more than 300,000 soldiers were rescued from the beaches and harbour of Dunkirk in the face of imminent danger. It was a collective act of bravery and resilience that turned a dire situation into a beacon of hope during the darkest days of World War II. Next, we delved into the life of Zamperini, a man whose spirit remained unbroken despite enduring unimaginable hardships. From surviving 47 days on a raft in the Pacific Ocean to enduring 2 years as a prisoner of war, Zamperini's resilience was nothing short of extraordinary. His story is a testament to the strength of the human spirit when faced with adversity. We then descended into the depths of a Chilean mine, where 33 miners were trapped for 69 days in the bowels of the earth. Their miraculous rescue, made possible by their unity, hope, and unyielding resilience, moved the world. It showed us that even in the most terrifying circumstances, human beings can find the strength to endure. Our journey then took us to the mountains of Pakistan, where a young girl named Malala stood up for her right to education, despite the threats and violence that sought to silence her. Her bravery and resilience not only changed her life, but also inspired millions around the world to fight for their rights and dreams. Each of these stories is unique, yet they all share common themes of resilience, hope, and strength. Resilience, the ability to bounce back from adversity, to keep going when the odds are against you. Hope, the belief that no matter how dark the night, dawn will come. And strength, the inner fortitude that enables us to face our fears, to stand up for what we believe in, and to endure what life throws at us. These tales remind us that resilience is not just about surviving, but thriving in the face of adversity. It's about finding the strength within us to keep going, to keep fighting, to keep believing. It's about refusing to be defined by the hardships we face, but instead defining ourselves by how we overcome them. So as we close this chapter, remember these tales of resilience. Remember the soldiers at Dunkirk, Zamperini, the Chilean miners, and Malala. Draw strength from their stories, find hope in their victories, and let their resilience inspire you. In the face of adversity, remember these tales of resilience and know that the human spirit is capable of extraordinary things. Until the next tale, stay strong and remain resilient.